TIFF coverage continues here. It's day 2. Let's go live to Jennifer Shung at the center of the festival, the Bisha Hotel, with all you need to know. Jen, good morning.
Okay, oh my gosh, the wind.
Get the tower, Tim, the tower.
I can give you some gel.
Okay, so we are live in the heart of downtown Toronto. We're taking a look at the CN Tower right now. It is not illuminated, but every night during the festival at sunset, it will be lit up in gold in honor of TIFF's 50th anniversary. We are in day 2 of TIFF out here on the patio at Bisha Hotel. Joining me live now is film critic Richard Crouse, the busiest man in Toronto right now. He's got so many screenings, and last night, no exception, the big one, the opening night film, John Candy, I Like Me. What a beautiful film and quite a star-studded affair.
Well, yeah, and it was really lovely to be there with the family in attendance. His son and daughter, Jen and Chris, were there. His widow, Rose, was there. And knowing that they were in the room added, I think, a layer of poignancy to the whole affair. And the movie is laugh out loud funny, of course, because it's about John Candy, but it's also kind of heartbreaking, and it really gives you, I think, a fully rounded portrait of what John Candy was really like. So interesting all around, just to be there and see it. And of course, we're seeing Ryan Reynolds here showing his Canadian pride. He was there, and they did a cool thing before the screening. They drove up to Roy Thompson Hall in the car, a replica of the car from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles that broke down with the smoke billowing out of it. So it was quite a grand entrance that they made as well.
Yeah, and we just saw photos of Chris Candy and Jennifer Candy, Eugene Levy there, so many people who were in the film. And also we had a visit from Prime Minister Mark Carney.
Now that was the big surprise before the movie even began. There were about 45 minutes worth of speeches and commercials and things that happened. And you can feel people getting a little restless in their seats, and then they're like, ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister of Canada came out. And he had nothing but really lovely things to say about John Candy. He was a big fan. He said his first political idol was Tommy Shanks, the mayor of Millenville from SCTV, played by John Candy. And he also had this to say about the relevance of John Candy to what Canada perhaps is going through right now.
As Uncle Buck said, I spent a lot of time on this speech. As Uncle Buck said, I don't think I want to know a 6-year-old who isn't a dreamer. Okay? Shimon Peres, I don't think he saw Uncle Buck, but he expanded on this. And he said, and I quote, "A young person is someone whose dreams are bigger than their accomplishments." Okay. Canada is a story whose best chapters are yet to be written.
Yeah, it's not every day you get a Prime Minister at your film debut.
Certainly not. And, you know, he was funny, but mostly he really came across as a fan of John Candy, which is what that night was all about. So it was special to have him there on a special night for a very special movie.
Absolutely. What a tribute to Johnny Toronto. And we are going to be chatting with John Candy's children, Christopher Candy and Jennifer, later on in the show. You were also busy watching other films, comedy-related and music-related. Godspell. You had to be there.
Okay, so this is called You Had to Be Here. It's the longest title in the festival. I have to tell you this. It's called You Had to Be There, How the Toronto Godspell Ignited the Comedy Revolution, Spread Love in Overalls, and Created a Community that Changed the World in a Canadian kind of way. And this is about the legendary production of Godspell that played, that featured Martin Short, Andrea Martin, Eugene Levy, Jessica Paul Schaefer was the musical director. I know I'm forgetting, Catherine O'Hara was in it. I mean, it was star-studded and went on to not only play for a very long time here in Toronto, but the point that this documentary makes is that it really influenced what came after it in terms of comedy because of the improvisational nature of the show itself. It sort of had this loose kind of very 1970s feel that has gone on to infiltrate everything else that came afterwards comedy-wise.
Okay, and Richard, very quickly, another one, Tuner, starring Leo Woodall, and Dustin Hoffman was in this.
Yeah, so a little while ago I was hosting a Q&A with Daniel Rohr, the director of a documentary called Blink, won an Academy Award last year, and he's directing watching this movie Tuner in Toronto, and I looked up in the audience, and Dustin Hoffman was in the audience.
Wow.
He came to the Q&A
How
because
cool.
he was shooting the movie here. This is a story of a piano tuner who becomes a safecracker, and I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list. I'll see it in the next couple of days. This is heartbreaking, be poignant, funny. I think it'll be one of the highlights of this weekend.
Okay, Tuner, definitely something to watch for. Richard Crouse, film critic. Thank you as always, Richard.
Thank you.
We're going to be chatting soon. That does it for day one of TIFF. We'll have more coverage, and of course, the rest of day two. Once again, CN Tower, we're live downtown.